Today's show is sponsored by Create Leverage Clothing. If you want finer wear, go to www.createleverageco.com, and that's create with a K. Don't forget to use promo code BREEZE15. Peace. You can catch Breeze Shooters Podcast on the Social NOSTRA Network, a fresh new video network featuring up-and-coming creators who are making moves online. Catch interviews with actors, musicians, sports stars on IGTV, Ruko, and Podcast Network.
Yo! I see that smile. That means problems. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Breeze Shooters Podcast. We are the show that brings you news, sports, poker, and everything in between.
We love the tweeners.
Sipping on a little Jack Daniel, Gentleman Jack.
It's nice. It's nice.
It warms you up for the cold weather coming. I'm your host, Lou, joined by my very good friend, the Zen as fuck, Chris. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Oh my God. It's quite appropriate. I'm using my this mug today because as you know, it's been over 5 years that I don't I've played poker, but it's been over 5 years that I haven't grind like I used to grind back in, before those 5 years, 5 6 years. I used to play 4 or 5 times a week. So after having a long conversation with my better half,
financial advisor,
and believe me, she's my better half. We've decided, she says, you know what, Chris, I know it's something that you do that, because, it has it has a bad stigma, and people don't understand, a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people don't understand that you could play poker for a living, but there has to be structure.
Only if you're the Kanish.
Exactly. I got alimony. I got child support. I don't play for fun.
This is for life.
This is for life. So I decided to initiate, restart, reboot my poker path.
Your poker proudness.
There you go. So,
hey, word on the street was that you were Barry Sanders. You retired early. You was like, I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah, I thought I had made enough to walk away, but I just woke up from a real fucked up dream. I didn't make not nearly enough to survive a week. I don't know how I'm gonna think that it crossed my mind that I made enough to retire on, right? So we decide to go to the Borgata, in which I want to tag the Borgata here. I want to shout them out. Borgata was a great place to play. It's always been a great place to play. So I decided to go to the Borgata. I actually came back today.
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, yes, the Borgata in Atlantic City. So, I got the 500. My minimum shit. I got the 500 in my hand. I'm ready to play. I want to sit down in a 2-5 table, but I don't want to sound like a bitch. But I started getting like little butterflies.
Yo, Chris, let's slow this down a little bit here. That happened to you last week when you went to Bethlehem, PA. You got the butterflies. You think you're scared to come back?
I'm taking Well, you reminded me. It did happen on Bethlehem, and I didn't even play it. And play it.
Just the thought, of having your name on the list.
Yeah, like it was, and it's crazy because I'm not that type of person, But and maybe it is. I don't know. The thing is, I say, fuck it, Bogota, beautiful place to play. So I go, Lou. So I go 2-5, and then there was only one person on the waiting list, and Bogota, the turnaround is quick. So I probably would have been waiting maybe 10, 15 minutes max. So I said, you know what? While I wait for the 2-5, there's a 1-3 available. Let me sit on the 1-3. Should we explain what I'm talking about, or?
Yeah, no, go ahead. You want to? Go ahead, explain.
Okay, people. For those who don't know the poker lingo, it's very simple. 2-5 is a required bet. $2 small blind and big blind. $2 small blind, $5 big blind. Mandatory bets that rotate. And then 1-3, same concept. $1 small blind, $3 big blind. So when I say 1-3, 2-5, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the denominations of the money that's in play. So I sit in the 1-3 table, though. I start. Now the cages don't give you chips. You buy the chips at the table. I'm guessing
I don't like that.
I don't like it either, but it is what it is. So I find out that to play in the 1-3, the maximum buy-in is $400. No problem. I get the $400 because I'm waiting to go to the 2-5. I get the chips. It feels good, Lou. It just felt good. So I'm the adrenaline is pumping. The adrenaline was pumping when I walked in the fucking place. But so I sit down. As soon as I sit down, Lou, my first hand was garbage. I mucked it. They called me for the 2-5. And I look at the floor, the floor manager, and I go, I'm okay here. I'll let you know. I'll let you know later. It was something about, and then because I looked at the 2-5 table that I was going to go to, everybody had a pretty decent stack.
No, Chris. For our non-poker players, we're not looking at stacks. We're looking at to see where the sharks are. You just see them. They're just looking. They're looking for chum. They're like, where are they? Where are they? And they're trying to sniff you out, boy.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here on the 1-3, and I started playing. I started playing around 7:00 maybe, and I know you don't like when I use this word, but I started grinding it.
Come on, Chris. Come on. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it is to grind. Go ahead.
So we're playing, right? So I got this old Arab dude right here next to me towards my right. Next to him, to his right, there's a Vietnamese kid. Vietnamese kid had an issue with one of his legs, but he was a cool dude. I didn't, and the reason I'm mentioning this is because it's gonna come into play later in my story. So to my left, I had a dude that he would compliment every fucking body. I forgot all the characters that sit at a poker table. This motherfucker would compliment, oh my, you bet $13. That was an exquisite, very methodical bet. And it was very, he was like, then next to him, there was this dude. Oh my God, is this dude obnoxious? I thought he was drunk, Lou. But he was drinking coffee. He was drinking coffee like throwing it back like nothing. He wasn't drunk. He something was missing or loose up there or whatever. And he had a comment for everything. For everybody, if it played or didn't play, he had a comment for everything. So I sit down. There's a few other players, but I mentioned the characters that, So the main characters. I sit down, I sit down. And I start playing. My first good hand was pocket queens. No problem, bet it. I did a small pre-flop bet. I got 2 callers. Flop came garbage, so I popped it, basically a little bit over pot size. I win. I'm feeling happy. All right. It's like fucking right up, Chris. Why the fuck are you nervous? This is what you do. For so many years, you did this. Why the fuck are you nervous? It's nothing. When I fail, go ahead.
Chris, is that you're playing with the rent money now? You don't want to call the landlord and be like, yo, Papa, I need an extension.
That could be the difference. So I'm feeling good. And in all this dopamine that was getting released off my brain, I failed to realize, Chris, you're playing poker. And the poker gods are faithful to no one.
You know.
No, after, so I started with 400. I'm up to 515. So I had a $1.15 in less than an hour. I had a $1.15 profit already. Dealer hits me, gives me pocket kings. I look at those Cowboys. You know, they look beautiful. When you do this, and you see those 2 black kings, man, I'm like, yeah, man, good.
Hey, Chris, let's slow down there for a second.
Go ahead.
Explain that, flipping the cards. Like when you, what's your style? Like that when you're playing poker, there's different styles. Like I noticed some guys is like super secret. Then there's like the real fancy players. They don't care who sees. They pop them out like that. And then you got the crazy motherfuckers that don't even look. Sorry, those guys, you know, you're in for a long night. What type of card reader are you?
Well, me, I'm that peekaboo thing. I'm that peekaboo thing. I squeeze them out. I do one first, and then that second one is always, you know, it's always got. So I'm a peekaboo type of guy. I squeeze them. So, and remind me what you just said, because the last hand, the guy that didn't look at his cards. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna finish my story with that. So I see pocket kings. Feeling good, Lou. Boom. I pop it to $26. I get 2 callers.
Damn.
Flop. Yeah, 2 callers. Flop comes garbage, ace, garbage. Now the ace, of course, worries me. So before I retired from poker, I was practicing on because our good friend Sharif, he likes to pay for information. So what I did with that, I took, because you learn from everybody around you, you learn. So I took Sharif's approach of paying for information, and I like to throw out there what I call feeler bets. I got pocket kings. Whoever has an ace is beating me right now. So let me throw a feeler bet out there to see. In Sharif's lingo, it will be I'm paying for information.
But
so
Chris,
I throw out
that feeler bet has to match your initial bet, though, right? Another 26 to see where you're at. You can't go less, because then you're showing signs of weakness.
Exactly.
And you went less.
I went less.
I
went about 17. I went about like $9 or $10 less. 17. That was these are the things that normally, what you just pointed out, normally if I'm in constant playing, these are the things that I won't make this mistake. I won't underbet a pot. The least thing that you can do is do the same bet like you just said. I went under, and I went under considerably. It's $9 to us, but in a 1-3 game, and there's already over $75 in the pot, $17 is shit. So I am demonstrating weakness. This Chino, and he had to be from Wuhan, but I'm not gonna
Asian person. Yeah. I could only edit so much, Chris.
All right, my bad.
You're killing me here.
All right, my bad. I want to try to make your job easier. This Asian fellow pops my bet, raises my bet, triple the size, so he raised it to 45. The other gentleman mucked. I call. It was gonna be like 25 more to me, or around that $30 more to me. So I call. The turn comes, and the Asian fellow checks. So now the wheels start turning.
You got to check.
No, of course I check, but the wheels start turning because, once again, now I start thinking I showed weakness with the $17 bet.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. 4th Street was another ace, you said?
No. 4th Street was garbage also. It didn't scare me. So it's basically the only card that scares me on the board is the ace.
It's just the ace. Okay.
Just the ace. Everything else was 2, 7, 9 or something. No flush draw, no straight draw. The ace is the only thing that's worrying me. So now on the turn, he checks. So now I start thinking, did he try to buy the pot because I showed him weakness with my $17 bet? Or is he trying to trap me? So I check, like you said, common sense. I check behind him. Here comes the river. Blank. My pocket kings. That ace is still out there. So he comes out and he bets. I think he bets $65. I think. I'm like, $65. The pot is well over 100 already. Fuck it. I call. The motherfucker flips over pocket aces. So he had trips.
Ooh.
So now I'm going to sit down.
You showed him your hand?
Yeah. I flipped it over. I need people to see that.
No, I don't show.
No, you don't show.
Because you want to set it up for later. You know how you're going to play. You set it up for later.
And that's why I show. Because people are going to see, oh, this guy, this is the way he bets. I show to set it up for later in the sense of I could bluff. You don't show because you want to set it up to crack them with the monsters.
Yeah.
So it's the same.
I want people, at that point, I want people to think that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So they're going to bet heavy. And then when I do show, it's a monster hand.
It's a monster hand.
We didn't put you on that, you know?
Exactly. So I understand perfectly where you're coming from. So that was the first sign that my bumpy ride back to poker, my ride back to poker was going to be a little bumpy ride, right? So I'm like, all right, I got unlucky. It happens. Chris, stay in the game. Don't go on tilt. You know better than this. You're good. So now I was up 110, I believe. Now I'm under my initial buy-in that was 400. So I'm like 380 or something like that. Play little hands here, little hands there, Lewis.
Chris, at this point, you're texting Tanya, "Hey, don't buy anything to eat yet. Hold on. don't you put cheese on that burger. Hold on."
I told her, hey babe, did they take the money out of your credit card already for the roof? I don't mind driving back and saving that 150.
I might be ready at 10.
Yo. So quick because I have a few situations that happen, and I want to be able to get them all here. I don't want to drown you out with play by play. So, all right. So now I'm down $20, $25, whatever. No, so that the next hour, grinding. I go up 20, 30, come back down. Nothing crazy. Now this Blanquito sits down. Now, as soon as he sat down, Lou, I wish I could tell you. Oh shit! I wish I could. Can you see me, Lou?
Yeah, I can see you.
I wish I could tell you. I'm trying to imagine a preppy, those type of dudes. He had a little wallet with a zipper, and he had a lot of money in there with the big $100 chips. Everything was in there, but he was smug.
It looked like his name was Chad. He was.
Yeah.
He was from the country club. He made a U-turn.
All he needed was that fucking sweater, like the motherfucking
the pullover sweater over his polo. He had khaki shorts with moccasins.
Very, very close. So he's sitting there because now he's waiting to go to the 2-5.
Okay.
So he's sitting there. He's not playing no hands. He gets up. He's real smug, and he's looking down at the 1-3 table. Maybe, lately, Lou, I've been taking shit personal. Maybe this is one of those times. I don't know what the fuck was going on. So
that roller coaster ride.
The shit was, he didn't play a hand. And then when he didn't play a hand. So I'm setting this up because this is going to come into play later in my story. So now, the table starts. Okay, so now I got pocket aces. It's 6-handed. Like there's 6 people on the table. So I got pocket aces. My pre-flop bet was about, I think it was $26 also. Like that was my standard raise when I had a big pocket pair. I get 2 callers. Flop comes Queen, 9. No, Jack 9. 7. Yeah, Jack 9, 7. Right? Yeah, Jack 9, 7. So does it 2 hearts on the board. Nothing crazy to scare my aces or whatever. So there's about $70, $80 in the pot. I take it, boom. I bet $60, $60 or 65. The guy that followed me, he goes all in for $127. And then the chinito with the fucked up leg that I told you about.
The Asian guy.
The Asian guy with the oh my God. He
has a club
leg. Yes. He's there. Cool kid. Been chopping it up with him all night. I can hardly understand him, but when you're in the poker, you there's a lot of lingo that we don't have to speak the same language.
It's international, that language.
So he calls the 127.
Wow.
Now I'm thinking, wait a minute, something that's now, Lou, the feeling when you got pocket aces. I don't know for you. It's hard for me to lay pocket aces down.
You kind of feel committed. You're like, that's it. I'm going to ride all the way with this.
Listen, Lou, I get fucking itchy.
You got that dope fiend itch.
Exactly. Lou, and I understand if there was 3 suits, the same suits on the table, it might be easier to lay down, but there's nothing that scares me on the table. But the little Asian dude this is him.
He's antsy.
And I'm like, yo, Jackie Chan, relax. What's going on? Really, what's going on? So he goes, so before what I tell you when he talks, I had to apologize to the table about 3 or 4 times because I cannot find myself to muck these fucking aces. I really don't know why, but I know something is up. I'm trying to convince myself to call. No, I'm trying to convince myself either I go all in. What hands beat me here? So I start going down the hand, and the first hand that I start thinking about, fucking Jack 8. No, there was a Jack on the board.
No, you didn't mean 10-8.
Jack 10-8, Queen 9. Queen 9. Does he have Queen 9? Does he have Queen 9? How come he just called? Does he have Queen 9? I'm not even worried about the guy that went all in for 127 because I could cover that. I got 300 and change. I got almost $400. I mucked my fucking hand, Lou. The fucking Chinito had Queen 9 straight.
So that was a good lay down.
It was a great lay down, but I know I'm capable of those laydowns, and I know I'm capable of making the right decisions most of the time. What I'm trying to get at here is that Lady Luck wasn't on my side yesterday. So my welcome back tour is not really coming it's not really a happy thing, you know? So the Chinito, he's been wanting to leave for the Asian guy, I'm sorry. He's been wanting to leave for about I could easily tell you like 40 minutes. He's been stacking his chips on the rack. So it's not like he did a hit and run. So he got up, he left. I said, all right, it took him forever to get, because his leg, it took him forever to get to the thing. I tried to help him, but so anyway. Now
you're gonna go to hell. I hope poker in hell is good.
So now 2 people left. So now the table is 4.
Yeah, you got to leave.
So there you go. So the smug motherfucker from Country Club, I don't know where the
from
fuck.
Boston, Chad from Boston.
Probably was from Boston. Fucking cocksucker. He goes, oh, why don't we let's dealer break this game? Why are we here? Meanwhile, he hasn't played a hand for the last hour. Like he was just walking around. His chips were holding up a chair, a seat, and he didn't even play a hand. So the shit was, it's a good idea. Break the game. I'll look for another. Now, mind you, now I'm down to close to 280, 285. I go to this other table, 1-3. Start grinding, at least. So, Lou, I don't know if I should be saying this here. So, I like the corner seats because I get to see everybody. There's people that like to sit right in front of the dealer, but that's for the blind people. But I like to sit in the corners because I get to see everybody. I want to see. I don't care about the deal. I want to see everybody's reaction and how they. So I sit. So across from me, there's these 2 Dominicans, and you know how Dominicans are. Dominicans are gamblers, man.
Well, you're local.
Something. So what happened, Lou? So there was an Indian dude in seat 1, and next to the Indian dude, next to the dealer, seat 1, there was an Indian, and next to the Indian dude, his friend was there, but just for moral support. He wasn't playing. You know how people just sit next to the people? So I said, I got to establish some type of connection here with somebody. You know how it is. It's like poker is a psychological game. So after a couple of hands, so okay, so let's just say I'm the India, right? So his buddy was in between
1 and 2.
And 1 and 2. And the 2 was the Dominican dude. So I look at the Dominican dude and I tell him, oye, Matatang,
Wait. Slow that down. What you called him? What was that?
Matatang. This is something
That means
Dominicans
killer?
use. Yeah. So, it's like a oye tigre. You know how it's their slang. So
Matadang.
yeah, matatang. So he goes like he goes like that, like real excited or whatever. And I tell him, ten cuidado cuando suba la carta. And I give him a wink. So
you're about to start a riot at the poker table. For those that missed it, Chris told the Dominican player that, hey, be careful when you lift your cards because the guy in between 1 and 2 is probably looking at them. So now he just threw gasoline on a potential fire.
So and by the way, the fucking Indian dude had fucking stats.
Oh, okay. So he's doing his thing.
He was doing his thing. At the end of the night, he got cracked, but he was doing his thing at that moment. So when I tell the Dominican dude that, by the way, middle age, my age, our age or whatever.
Yeah.
So the Dominican dude goes,
he's pointing at the guy.
Yeah. But he's pointing at the guy, but he's doing like that.
He's blocking.
That Floyd Mayweather shit. So he goes like this, and I go. I hit him with that one. I hit him with that.
Oye, Matadang. Oh shit!
After that, him and his boy never betted a pat against me.
So every time you bet, they'll fold?
No. They would call, and it would be a check down after that.
Oh wow!
And vice versa.
Why? Because you created the United Nations at the table. Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic united.
Yeah, Caribbean, baby. We're from the Caribbean, nigga. We gotta stick together against the man.
I'm gonna try that. Oye, Matadang, ten cuidado.
No, but but you gotta sell it as
You're looking out for him.
You're looking out. That's how you sell it, Lou. That was 2 hands when in that new table I sat down. After that, these motherfuckers did not bet. Yo no me voy a fajar contigo. Me dijo el otro. I'm not gonna go against you. Si tú eres de los míos. And I'm like, yes.
Oh, Chris, translate, Chris.
Basically, every other after I warned him, because that's what I did, because that's what I do. I look out for people. I warned him to protect his cards. After that, there was like a bond, and nothing. We didn't bet against each other. It was like an unspoken rule. And at one point, one of the Dominican dudes had a monster hand, but after the initial bet, other people folded, and it was only me and him. And he goes, I'm not gonna bet against you. Like, I want the other people's money. I'm not gonna bet against. And he gets up and he shows me what he has. Like, I'm not gonna get bet again. I'm gonna in Spanish because he's talking Spanish to me now. I'm surprised nobody said anything. So I said, nobody wants to preocupe. No, don't worry, whatever. So now the night goes on, and guess who sits down in the fucking table? The fucking preppy motherfucker.
Chad from Boston.
So all of us, out of the blue, Lou, he starts. Somebody said a dude that was killing the table, because the dude was killing the table. He wound up sending me upstairs to the room. He goes, "That's all you're sitting down with? That's all you have?" But he was being sarcastic because Chad from Boston would put five $100 chips in front, and then a little stack of reds or whatever. You know that the minimum is $400. So the guy sarcastically tells him, "That's all you have?" He opened his little fucking bullshit fucking wallet from Abercrombie and Fitch. I don't know.
It wasn't a Louis Vuitton? It wasn't a Louis Vuitton. A little purse?
Yeah, it was a little purse. And he goes, no, I have this and I have this. So in my mind, I'm already low. You know how we are, how we were, because we found
Sharks, man.
with
That's
sharks,
blood in the water right there.
blood in the water, and the thing is, blood in the water in a bad way because we found God, so we're good now at this stage of our lives. But back in the day, that was little Nemo swimming with the sharks. You gotta be like we would. So I'm waiting for him. So he starts taking like real smuggish shots at a couple of people. I'm like,
Not at Matadan. At Matadan, he threw a shot at Matadan.
No. He threw a shot at the guy that told him. He threw a shot at the Asian kid that was next to me. Another Asian kid, not the bootleg dude. And he took a shot at another person. He was just talking like he was superior. And if something gets me, it's people that think they're better than other people. So he didn't really go at me, Lou, but he referred a comment to me. And it wasn't, it was something like, you only bet in 15? And I go, you want me to tell you something? I used to feed off dudes like you. You're the bottom of the food chain in my life. So you best be careful. And I'm not talking about poker. Lou, 2 hands, the guy got up and left.
But you scared away the money.
No. He was a good player.
Oh, what?
No.
So you turned into Matadan. You turned into killer.
I said, where I'm from, you pray. You are a prey where I'm from. So you better be careful, because all these watches and all these little purses you have can disappear like that in my world. Luke, 2 hands, he got up and he left. By the way, he didn't answer. He didn't say nothing. I was just, you know me. That's not me. That's not my lifestyle. I don't do none of that shit. But I think I was frustrated on how unlucky I was getting, and I was frustrated that, and I didn't like that the way he was like pressing around,
No,
So
it seems like you were scared of the competition, Chris. Chad from Boston won. He took his $1,000. He said, "Fuck you, minorities. You guys are too violent." Yo, Chris. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So basically, we're nearing 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm down $170.
Not bad.
No, it's bad. If you don't win, it's bad. If you break even, it's bad, Louis. Don't say not bad. This is the difference between me and you. The difference between me and you.
The difference between me and you is that Chad would have been my best friend. This is how it would have worked, Chris. And this is the difference between me and you. I would have probably lost my money to Chad. But me and Chad would have been at the bar drinking. Hey, Chad, let's get this bottle called Johnny Walker Blue. Come on, Chad. He would have been in the hole for $600, and life would have been balanced.
No, it was. I was down. I lost. I think in my last hand, the guy blind bet. Going back to what you saw, he bet yo 11. He bet $11 on the blind. I had suited connectors, 7, 8 of clubs, if I'm not mistaken, which is a beautiful hand. I love those suited connectors.
We call that Ralph the Mouth.
Right. So I call the 11. Flop comes. Flop comes possible straight for me, and I hit an 8. So I had mid pair with a possible open-ended straight draw.
You got to push it all in.
Yeah, that's what you would do. No, I'm down. I need to extract as much money as I can.
Well, that's why you push it all in.
No, No, because I'm not on a draw. I got $260. I'm not gonna push it all in on a draw, Louis. On a
Chris,
straight draw.
You know how I go into a casino, Chris? I take out my ATM card. I go straight to the fucking pit boss. I go, I'm gonna make 3 withdrawals. 3. On my second one, I'm gonna play it hard. And if I fucking miss on my second one, that third withdrawal, you don't give it to me, no matter if I threaten your life.
Oh, shit. Make a long story short, I hit my straight on the river, and this motherfucker had the nut straight. The river gave him. I hit my straight on the turn, and I bet $60, $50. He calls. River comes, puts a jack up there. He has king queen. He missed the whole flop and the turn.
And he called you 60?
He called my 60, this motherfucker.
You gave him the look, Chris? Chris, show me the look. What was the look you gave him, Chris? Because I know you gave him a look. I know you gave him a look.
You know what? Look, I said, wow. I said, wow, and I took my 8.7 and I shoved them up my ass because that's what the fuck are you? So I threw the fucking thing in, and I said, guys, have a good night, happy Halloween, you fucking jerk offs, and I walked off. I went upstairs.
You tipped the dealer?
What tip the dealer for, motherfucker? I came back. I said, because I had promised Tanya a nice gourmet breakfast tomorrow morning, in the morning. So I'm like, fuck my life.
So she showed you out on the beach trying to catch some salmon? We got some fish and eggs, girl.
She saw me fighting one of those seagulls for a piece of fucking toast, nigga.
Oh man.
It was all in all, it was even though I didn't win first attempt of the comeback, I didn't book a win, but I'm happy with how I played, how my reading was, and so I'm happy. I might be going most likely I'm going Wednesday. There's a tournament, so I'll probably go Wednesday for the tournament.
Bogota, really?
Yeah, the tournaments are back up again.
What time is that tournament?
11 a.m.
Yeah. If you see me over there, Johnny Cash is in the building. Wow! Action, baby, action!
Yo, Lou, tell these people what's coming up, man. You gotta tell them.
You know what? Listen, I hope you've been entertained with the Poker Tales. It's been a while since me and Chris talked poker. I'm glad that he's playing poker again because, believe it or not, a lot of comedies in poker, and there's really characters at the table. So I'm glad Chris is playing poker again. And as the winter months come, me and Chris will be playing more and more poker, and hopefully we have more funny stories. Which reminds me, if you have a poker game and you want these two jack-offs to host your poker game, crack jokes, make fun of people that lose money, maybe jump in and steal some of your money, call us. You can reach us at breezeshooters@yahoo.com. And with that being said, I'm going to transition to big news. You probably heard it already, but I'm going to tell you again. Make sure you tune in November 15th to the DTF radio app. DTF Radio, which is an app that you can find on Apple or Android phones. You download the app. It's an actual 24/7 radio station. Me and Chris, Breeze Shooters Podcast, we will hold the Monday 4 to 5 p.m. slot. Again,
that's prime.
Mondays. Huh?
That's the prime. Guys, say it again, Mondays.
That's on your way back home from work. What's that called? That's we're doing the traffic jams.
When you're sick
every
and tired.
Monday.
when you're sick and tired, and Mondays a critical day for most of you people, and these two jackoffs are gonna make that drive home, that miserable drive home. We're gonna make it less miserable, or at least we're gonna laugh at misery. But it's gonna be it's gonna be fun.
No, Chris. Everybody listening, you're going to realize that your life is not that bad. And that's what me and Chris do. We make you realize your life is not that bad, that your job is actually pretty good. So tune in every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. to the DTF app. It's going to transmit in South America, Germany, I want to say Vimeo, Prime, Ruko, a lot of places, iHeartRadio, a lot of places, and you can still catch us on our podcast, our normal podcast on YouTube, Facebook. Make sure if you're tuning into us, please subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Very important. We give a lot of content on those two streaming platforms that you're not going to catch on our podcast. So follow us. We put up a lot of funny content. Every Saturday, you can catch us on IGTV via Social Nostra app. At 11:30, Breeze Shooters podcast airs on IGTV. So we're giving you a tremendous amount of different avenues to catch the show. Catch us, like us, follow us, subscribe, tell a friend. But the key thing is subscribe. YouTube, Facebook. Find us on Roku. Find us on IG. Follow us on IG. We'll follow you back. That way we can stay in touch. And lastly, if you have a business or if you want to promote something, now we have an actual radio show where we could transmit and promote your product. Just reach out to us at breezeshootersyahoo.com. And we have 3 different packages going. We'll give you the different packages. We'll talk. We start November 15th. If you get in early, you'll get better pricing. So give us a call. Reach out to us. Talk to us.
Prime time. 4 to 5 on Mondays. Prime time.
We used to call that the Angie Martinez time. Woo!
Shit. Angie gonna go second place now.
This is like double D, Angie. This is double D. This is big action. Big action. This is where you get in the back and you don't know how to take that shit off. You're like, what the fuck you Yo, so make sure to stay tuned and keep up with us, all right? Babo.
It was a pleasure.
I would call you a winner, but you lose at every table you go to. By the way, on your road back, you should start at the 1-2 table. That's how you build up.
Yo, not for nothing, Lou. They taking away those. There's no 1-2s in Bogota. It's 1-3 now. 1-3, 2-5, 5-10. No limit, and then you got the limit with the 2-4, 6-3-6. But there's no more 1-2.
You know,
and don't tell me what the fuck.
I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to hurt your feelings. They know who's who, and they listen, Chris. You got a long way to come back. Good luck, kid. Hey, you do that World Series poker circuit. We see if you can make your way up to the top. Everybody, peace. Stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe, like, and before I let you go, Create Leverage Clothing. They mess with us, so you should mess with them. That's Create with a K. Make sure to go to the website, www.createleverage.co.com, and go on there. They have a ton of clothing for the wintertime, hoodies, jumpsuits, all that good stuff. Get fly and save a lot of money by using promo code BREEZE15. Use that promo code. I guarantee you Kevin will take care of you. If he doesn't take care of you, you call me. I'll call Kevin, and Kevin will get back to you. You're going to get something. You know, I'm not getting angry. You get something.